Welcome back to my next playthrough series. This time it's Legendary Encounters Firefly, and this game apparently is absolutely brutal. So we're going to find out. We're doing the opening scenario, which is basically, if we take a look at the objective cards here, Serenity Part 1, Serenity Part 2, and then the train job. Alright, our objective to start with is we're trying to recover salvage, one for each. So once we recover all the salvage for the first episode, we will have completed that opening objective. Now there's a whole bunch going on in this game. I'm not going to really explain how the legendary games work. It's extremely similar to all the other ones I've done here on my channel. We have basically shiny cards, which are recruit cards, and misbehave cards, which are attack cards, and they have similar symbols to all the other games of Legendary and stuff. We're going to be playing how the game kind of works a little bit different. There's actually ship strikes, so the Serenity can take damage, as well as crew strikes. We're going to be playing two-player kind of solo here. I'll be playing both players, obviously. We're going to be playing with Jane and River as our actual crew, and we also have Wash, Simon, and Book as part of our crew as well. You always have 5 crew members whenever you play the game, and the other 4, there's 9 in the game, go into the bridge deck. So we have Mal in our Kaylee, and what was the other one? I should remember this. We have Mal in our, hang on a second, and just rifle through this. Oh, and Zoe, of course. So they make up our crew. So those are going to be the cards that we can recruit. We have brown coats, which are like the sergeants. They cost 3 recruit points to get, and they are coordinate cards. So there's coordinate, there's activate, there's all the things we've seen before in all the other games. So let's take a quick look at, we're going to be looking at Jane, and we're going to be looking at River, because there's something in the game. There's talents, which give you a buff, and there are flaws, which give you a negative on each card. And you'll see how this all works when we play the game. It's very, very similar to all the other ones. So let's take a quick look at Jane and River, and then I think we're going to get into a little bit of gameplay, show you how this game works. And like I said, it's extremely brutal. If you think the Legendary Encounters Alien game or the X-Files is brutal, you're going to see how brutal this one is. We're going to try our best, and we'll see what happens. We have to get through basically 3 episodes, which are the 3 objectives. And there's something called inevitable cards that break up the episodes in the episode deck. So very similar setup. There are setup videos out there as to how to get everything set up. It's really not too complicated. There's something else called side jobs. There's one side job that goes into each of the objective decks as well. So that's in there. Anyway, let's take a look at Jane, let's take a look at River, and then we'll just begin, and you'll see how everything works as we play the game. Alright, so our primary crew is going to be Jane, and it's going to be River. And Jane has 11 health, River's got 9. So we take strikes in the games as the same as the other encounter games. So Jane's talent, and you'll see how this operates here very shortly, is called Menacing. You can draw a card, and then if you activate it, you can actually get 3 extra attack this turn that can only be used to fight, and then you defeat the talent. Defeated cards are just taken not out of the game, they're put back into the piles they come from. So that's Jane's ability. And then we have River, and her talent is Protege, so it's draw a card. So they're all draw a card for the first, when you play that talent card out of your hand. And her activate is trigger a class combo on a card you played this turn, even if you already triggered it this turn. So you can trigger it twice, but then you have to defeat your talent. And then there are flaws, and Jane's flaw, if you get a flaw card, you have to play it immediately in your hand. Each player draws a crew strike. So Jane would have to draw a crew strike, and so would River. That's not good. And River's flaw is unpredictable. Each other player gains a flaw. So we don't want to have flaws. So we have talents and flaws. I kind of like that in the game. It's interesting. We'll see how it works. Again, like I said, this is extremely brutal. You'll see here. Alright, and like I said, Wash, Simon, and Book are also part of the crew, and there's cards and stuff in the game that show up that have to do with specific characters who are in the game. to give you buffs and stuff. So that's why you have 5 characters in the game. The other 4, like I said, make up the crew deck. Alright, we're going to zoom out. We're going to fill up our bridge. We put 5 cards in there, and then we're going to begin playing. Alright, so to begin, we're going to fill up the bridge. So this is a shuffle deck of, like I said, the other 4 crew members, and we're just gonna put them out there. Oh wow! So this is Kaylee's massive card. We're not going to read all the details and stuff. I guess you can read it here if you want. 8 to recruit that one, and then we have holy jumping Inar's special card. This is I've shuffled this like crazy. Captain Mal, whoops, for 2, and we got a couple more to go here. Another Mal card, and we have a Zoe card. Alright, wow. 2 5s, a 7, and an 8, and a 2. This is probably bad. Probably bad. Alright, we're going to take Jane's deck. We're doing a little bit of a shuffle here. We draw 6 cards for our hand. So Jane is Avatar 3. So the way you go in order of play, so we can see River is 9. And so that's your kind of rank, and Jane is rank 3. So Jane will be first player, River will be second player. Alright, shuffle Jane's cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so very similar to all the other legendary games. I'm going to draw 6 cards for River too, because you're supposed to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We won't look at them though until it's her turn. Alright, oh my goodness. Alright, let's see what Jane has in his hand. So he's got a shiny. So you can see the shiny cards are recruit cards. They're just 0 cards. And misbehave are attack cards. So he has 2 attack and 4 recruit, basically. However, the first thing we do on a turn, of course, is we add a card to the verse. So, and it goes face down, just like Legendary Encounters Alien. And we have scan ability. So to scan this part of the verse, we're going to need 4 attack. Well, of course, Jane at this moment only has 2 attack with 2 misbehaves. That's not going to do him any good. But he does have 4 recruit points. So with 4 recruit points, his only option is to either get Mal, or he can get one of the brown coats. And I think he's going to spend 3 of his recruit points and just recruit a brown coat. And the brown coats, there's 5 different ones, and they all have one different symbol up here of the factions. And they're all coordinate cards for 2. So he's going to go ahead, recruit that. That was all he could do in his turn. Not a very great start, but I mean, it's just a basic hand. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for his next hand. In his next hand, he's going to have his talent, a couple of misbehaves, and 3 recruit. Alright, over we go now to River to have her take a turn. Alright, beginning of the turn, we move the verse cards down, and so we have a scan of 3 now. I'm not sure what River's got in her hand. Let's have a look. She's got 3 shinies. She's got exactly the same thing Jane has. So she has 4 recruit, and she's got 2 misbehaves. So not a very good hand. So she's got 4 for recruit and 2 attack. The 2 attack, of course, can do nothing because we need a scan of 3. So we can't scan anything. And she's going to do exactly what Jane did. She's also going to recruit a brown coat. We've got some really high cards in there. So she gets this symbol, brown coat, 2 coordinate. That's going to go in her discard pile. And very quickly, she's going to be discarding all of her cards. And as you can see, we're not doing much already. Okay, we're going to have 1 more turn for Jane, 1 more turn for River, and we'll call it an episode for today. Alright, let's go back to Jane. So, yep, adding a card to the verse, and then you can see it fills up really quickly. And his hand, of course, we already looked at it. He's got, now what he's got for his talent, so he's going to play his talent card, which means he gets to draw a card. He draws another misbehave, which is okay, that's not bad. Now, he could activate that card. You can activate it any time as well. You don't have to do it immediately when you play the card to get 3 extra attack to be able to fight this turn. But then if he uses that, then this gets discarded or defeated, I guess they call it. I'm not really sure we want to do that. Alright, so he has 3 attack and 3 recruit. So with this 3 misbehave, 3 attack cards, he will do a scan. Let's go ahead and scan the first card that was here and see what we get. It is an Alliance gunship. Okay, wow. So it costs 3 attack to get rid of it. Now, it's not in the combat zone, so it's not going to be doing any strikes yet. But we have to keep that in mind. He has 3 recruit, 3 shiny left. He could go ahead and get another one of these, but I think he's going to go ahead and get the Captain Mal card. Choose another player to gain a talent. Well, if you have to have the matching symbol, so you have to have played another card with a symbol on it first, but it is a 2 recruit card. So we're really racking up the recruit, and then of course we immediately replace the bridge card with a 4, so this is Sharing a Kiss Inara card. Alright. Okay, oh my goodness, and that is going to be, basically that's the end of Jane's turn. He's going to discard all those cards, and he'll draw 6 more, so we're going to have to shuffle. So I'll shuffle off screen, and he's going to drop 6 more cards. Alright, and the last turn for this episode, so the Alliance gunship moves its way down through the verse on its way to the combat zone. We add a card for River, and River's 6 cards for this hand. She's got Misbehave. She has 2 Misbehaves, a shiny. So she's got 3 Misbehaves. She also has her talent. She would play her talent, which then makes her draw a card. Okay, so she has 3 recruit and 3 misbehaves. So 3 and 3. Of course, we can't recruit anything in here. This is a terrible setup, I think. Let's take a look, though, see if Jane has his coordinate card. And Jane does not have his coordinate card. So he cannot give River 2 more recruit. That would have helped a lot, giving her 5. However, we only have 3 recruit, 3 attack, and that's about all we can do. So we'll go ahead and scan. We'll scan this for 3, and it's another Alliance gunship. So we used up our attack. We probably should have taken the gunship out, but I think Jane can take one of them gunships out anyway, or can he? No, he... Oh, yes, he can. Okay. So we're not 100% concerned right now. 3 recruit left. Oh, my goodness. We cannot recruit anything out of here. I think we're going to have River go ahead and recruit another one of the brown coats on our side. Oh, man. And that's really the end of our turn for River. So she's going to discard her cards. She's going to shuffle those up, drawing 6 more. So it's a very quick game. We haven't found any salvage yet. We're cruising around the verse, and we're running into gunships, Alliance gunships. That's not ideal. And we have some really high-powered cards out here, but we need to be able to get them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards for River's next hand. So River's next hand, she's got a coordinate. Good, she can use a coordinate with Jane next time, and she has her talent. That's good. And let's take a look at Jane for the next episode. So he's got 3 and 3, but he will get 2 extra recruit for River to give him 5 recruit. And with 5 recruit, he can get either the Mal or Zoe card, which are really good cards. Alright, that's going to end off our episode for today. So the introduction, starting of our legendary Firefly playthrough. Looks like a lot of fun, but I've seen and I've heard this is absolutely brutal. So we're going to find out. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for comments, subscriptions, likes. Once again, we're back into the Legendary Encounters universe. This time Firefly, and I don't know how we're going to do. I guess we'll find out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.